Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the number 2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
If there's going to be a poster child for just how flawed the pre-draft process can be at times, I think this guy's at the top. I mean, just think, last year, people are nitpicking him, going...
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Really nice sack there by Reddick, and I feel like we've said that time and time again over these last couple seasons. He just continues to improve. Big reason why the Jets went out and traded for him this past offseason from Philadelphia. The hope is that he can take their defense to another level, and so far, he appears to be doing just that.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got the veteran, that's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Now, Stroud. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. That's Hassan Reddick getting in there to bring him down.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
So, 4th down, and it's the former Chief, Tommy Townsend, to punt for Houston. Xavier Gibson, deep to return. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Well, the Jets come out with Aaron Rodgers, of course. All the buildup in 2023, it lasted all of 4 snaps. But the man is a legend. A Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler. Greg, his 20th NFL season.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
A give up the middle with Hall. Good work on the ground. He's got it. 1st down. Up at about the 42.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
A give. Here's Hall. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They run with the longtime Bengal Joe Mixon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Stroud. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Stroud to throw here on first down. And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. That's on the veteran, Shaq Mason. On second down, Stroud. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston, and even 30 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day. So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Stroud. He'll try to run for it. And he's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's Henry To'oto'o on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. A throw on the move is caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. Open man, Xavier Hutchinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And this will be good enough for a 1st down as he gets up past the 25. Throwing is Stroud. He completes it to Hutchinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he's going to have enough there for the first down. Take it up to the 43-yard line. Now, Stroud. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. One quarter in the books. It's the Texans who have the early lead. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the give, this is Mixon. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
A run here with Mixon. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Cade Stover.
You see Cade Stover there with the first down reception, and this is kind of a throwback, a tackle breaker. Good in the run game, strong hands, good in play action. Mike, he had over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns in his career, and I think the Texans think they have a young, versatile tight end that in this system can become a big part of their offense.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll go right back to Mixon. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Here's Stroud. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Nice catch there by Williams, and he's able to move the chains. And while he finds himself now in a new uniform here in New York, it's just nice to see him able to return from injury just a year ago. He was signed by the Jets this offseason after coming off a really good run with the Chargers. He's already making his presence felt. He picks up a fresh set of downs.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
He'll go again with Hall. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Rodgers. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing, Rodgers. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. It is brought in the end zone. Xavier Gibson. Touchdown, Jets.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. He's got it. And the Jets are on the board. It's 10-7. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Here's Steven Sims to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Now Mixon. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Third down, 3 to go. Back to throw, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Working free downfield. It is Williams. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Conklin goes in motion. They will run it over center with Hall. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Rodgers. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion, These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Allen. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Stroud. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. There's a lot of ways for defensive linemen to disrupt the passing game. That's everything about today's modern NFL. How do you disrupt the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable? Of course, sacking him is a great way, but even getting your hands up in those throwing lanes and tipping passes, that is so frustrating for these quarterbacks.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle. So we reach halftime in what was a very compelling first half of play. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Play action now with Rodgers. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. On the give, it's Hall. Finding room across midfield. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On the run, here's Hall. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. That's Henry Toto on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. Rodgers. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Jets first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A pass caught right side by Conklin. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So the penalty sets up this offense for 1st and goal. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in! Braylon Allen. Touchdown, New York.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. On the move past the 40. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
On play action. Stroud. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Throwing from the pistol. Stroud. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. Let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
They'll run a draw with Mixon. And he'll have the first down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Stroud. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. DJ Reed that time. Good tight coverage, and he's able to get a hand on it.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, save a touchdown.
And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. And I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have a Texans, and he's going to have the Chargers.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Stroud going to set up to throw. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. And he will do it himself. He's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Davis now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The master of play action, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. The Texans getting all set to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Coming free is Conklin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
They call this the alley, so it's the area between the hash marks and the numbers, and depending on what defense they're in, there is a lot of space to be had down those seams. So if this defense doesn't make a couple of adjustments, I wouldn't expect this offense to target any other place on this field.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers going up top again. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
A tight end in motion now. They'll keep it on the ground. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Hall. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's Gibson to return. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They face second down and 7. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to...
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. That's Will Anderson, the Defensive Rookie of the Year, in there to record the sack.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that third down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
On fourth down, out comes the punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. They'll run. Oh, boy, they got to be careful there. That was dangerously close to a safety and 2 points for the defense. They do get it at the 1.
All the offense is trying to do here is just get a little breathing room so that they can operate their entire system. For this defense, they sold out, brought pressure, and the offense is lucky that that one didn't result in 2.
They'll run here. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man, complete to Dell.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's the veteran, Dare Ogunbowale. Not much space developing. He'll get to about the 14 this time. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2. A chance here for Ogunbowale. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there, but just end up a little bit short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Texans first down.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the first down, but he gets plenty of yards after that.
He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what the receivers do off the line.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. First and 10 now from the 36. Another run here with Hall. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. They'll go again with Hall. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one uncorked, looking for Woods. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to look downfield once again. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.